Welcome to the Truth Unfiltered USA. Today we will be looking into President Donald J. Trump, the 34 felonies, hush money case. Picture this: you are a 77-year-old, past president of the United States, running for re-election. You are a businessman, a father, a grandfather, a husband, and the leader of the populace of your country. And the judicial system of your country is being weaponized against you by corrupt politicians, judges, lobbyists, and even single individuals who figure they can make some money if they join in on the weaponization. The enemy within did not expect President Donald J. Trump to be a formidable fighter, a lion, one of many, and he was ready to face the injustices and show the people the extent of the corruption. God has a plan for all of us, a destiny, a reason to be alive at this time, at this age, with the specific resources we have. Everything is in God's hands. He had to make Donald J. Trump successful enough to not be bought, charismatic enough so that we would be drawn to him and his unconventional personality, strong enough to put on a fight, and real enough to make him relatable even to the most average of us. In October 2016, just days before the presidential election, adult film actress Stormy Daniels, real name Stephanie Clifford, sought to sell her story claiming she had an affair with Trump in 2006. Trump's then personal attorney Michael Cohen negotiated a $130,000 payment to Daniels in exchange for her non-disclosure agreement to keep her from speaking publicly. President Trump had allegedly committed an immorality in 2006, one that he wanted to protect his wife and children from. Now, ask yourself, how many times have you done something that you consider immoral and have done your best to keep it from hurting those you love? Stormy Daniels, named Stephanie Clifford, a porn star and escort, saw an opportunity to make money based on a one-sided story and took it. She was soon put in contact with an even bigger offer: unite with the corrupt political American oligarchy, and the money would just keep flowing in. What do you think she did? Cohen used his own funds, setting up an LLC company called Essential Consultants, LLC, to wire the money to Daniels. This proves attorney Michael Cohen had been retained as a legal consultant to Donald J. Trump to handle legal matters, specifically the Daniels non-disclosure agreement. The reimbursements agreement was made in 12 monthly checks, drawn from Trump's personal account and the Trump Organization, totaling $420,000. This was the sum of the original non-disclosure payment, reimbursement, $130,000 plus taxes, and an attorney retainer fee. Each payment was recorded in the Trump Organization's books as legal expenses for a verbal retainer agreement. I will take this moment to remind you guys, when dealing with the attorney, always request for a written contract agreement or a formal letter of engagement. Allow me to bring up a very important matter of our law system. Individuals are innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. That allegedly false labeling, legal services, is what led to the falsifying business records unjust 34 charges. In 2018, Michael Cohen pleaded guilty in federal court to several crimes, most notably perjury or lying under oath, including campaign finance violations related to the Stormy Daniels payment. In his plea, Cohen said he made the payment at the direction of Donald Trump. Then federal prosecutors in the Southern District of New York investigated Trump, but didn't charge him, citing Justice Department policy against indicting a sitting president. Ask yourselves, as an attorney at law, why did Michael Cohen decide to break the law at the direction of his client? Wasn't he retained to resolve the situation and deliver a solution within the law? After Trump left office in 2021, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office reopened the matter. Keep in mind, falsifying of records in New York State has limitation to bring up charges. 5 years if it was in efforts to cover another crime, which makes it a felony, and 2 years for a misdemeanor record falsifying. DA Alvin Bragg eventually took over the case, and convened a grand jury in 2023. On March 30th, 2023, the grand jury voted to indict Donald Trump on 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. The indictment alleged that the false records, checks, invoices, ledgers were meant to conceal the true nature of the reimbursements and thereby hide another unidentified crime. Trump appeared in Manhattan criminal court on April 4th, 2023, and pleaded not guilty to all counts. The trial began April 15th, 2024, with testimony from witnesses, including Michael Cohen, a perjurer and corrupt attorney, Hope Hicks, a Trump assistant who allegedly heard President Trump say the Stormy Daniels book would have been bad for the campaign, and Stormy Daniels, the porn star and escort who allegedly had an encounter with President Trump in 2006. Prosecutors built the case without evidence that Trump authorized the reimbursements knowing they were falsely described. Trump's defense argued it was a legitimate legal retainer, that the accounting records were entered by our accounting team, and the case was a politically motivated prosecution. On May 30th, 2024, the jury returned guilty verdicts on all 34 counts. But what are the 34 felony counts? Each count represents one individual false entry, invoice, ledger, or check. The case began from an effort to cover up a politically damaging story, but it ended up becoming a felony conviction because of how those payments were documented inside a business. All based on circumstantial evidence, all based on testimony of a porn star and a lawyer in prison for lying under oath, the will of a corrupt district attorney, a compromised judge, and jury not of President Trump's peers, but of an anti-Trump citizenry proven by the city's voting records of 90% disliking the then-former President Donald J. Trump. This was the first criminal trial and conviction of a former U.S. president in American history. So I'll leave you with these questions. What do you think about this case? Is it political prosecution or justice? If the corrupt government machine can do this to a former president, what can't they do to a private citizen?